because otherwise she's going to stray. And that's actually a worse problem for men than it is for women. You can tell a woman has control over her impulses if she can say no. I mean, it's a way of testing. So imagine that you're a young guy with plenty to offer and you're a hot young woman and you meet and you're pretty attracted to each other. Now, both of you are going to fall under the sway of short-term temptation, obviously. Now, the question is, are both of you or either of you capable of being mature in your regard for your iterated future self and the potential of a long-term relationship? And the way the man checks that out is by seeing if the girl will say no. And maybe he checks that even harder because he does everything he can to seduce her and she still says no. And it works and he knows she's interested and she still says no. Well, then he can conclude that she's capable of keeping her pants on. And that's actually something that you need to conclude if you're going to commit to a long-term partnership, obviously, on the male front, because you want to be assured of paternity. And so, these are very intense games that men and women play with each other, and they're no holds barred games because everything's at stake. But again, it devolves down to this issue of being able to say no, even under intense temptation and provocation. I don't know how it is that young women can be taught that the most potent weapon they have is their ability to say no. And I don't think there's anything more attractive to a man than a sophisticated woman who knows how to say no. That's top of the stack as far as men are concerned. They'll do everything to test the thickness of that boundary. If you have nothing else to offer at all but immediate sexual access, that might be your only game. But if you have anything at all to offer, and that is what you offer, you're actually going to be thrown out of the mating game really quickly because the guys, they'll just be turned off and they won't call you back. You'll get, what do they call that? Ghosted, like a no time flat. And the girls might ask, well, I gave the guy what he wanted. Why didn't he call me? And the answer is no, you gave his impulsive libido what it wanted, and that's what you established a relationship with, but you completely sacrificed any possibility at all of being attractive to his more mature and potentially long-term productive and sophisticated self. You make yourself attractive to that by saying, not on your life, joker. I'm taking myself too seriously for that and my future children and even our future relationship. So imagine that you have an attractive girl and a variety of relatively high status men are chasing her. Now you might ask, well, how do they evaluate her status? They evaluate her status by her ability to say no. So imagine, a high status person offers himself or herself to you. If you're of lower status, you're going to say yes right away. But one marker of higher status is, well, no, I don't need what you're selling.